Imagine a world where instead of asking your parents if you could order takeaway for dinner, they are the people who have forbidden you to eat anything. And we aren't talking about go to your room, you're grounded kind of forbidding, but the starving yourself to death kind. Sounds insane, right? Well, that's what The Wonder movie is all about. This depiction of the fast girls has gotten many people asking how much of the movie is actually true, and what does the ending of the movie mean? Let's find out. First up, we can't help but wonder how much of the movie is actually true. Without a doubt, Florence Pugh is one of Hollywood's up-and-coming actresses. With highly praised movies like Midsommar, Little Women, and Black Widow, she gained much popularity with the general public. She will also take the lead in the much-anticipated Dune Part 2. Pugh has had a very busy year thanks to the widely publicized and well-criticized launch of Don't Worry Darling. The Wonder, her newest film, is now available on Netflix. This historical drama, which takes place in the 19th century and is based on Emma Donohue's book of the same name, was directed by Sebastian Lelio and tells the true story of a social phenomenon known as the fasting girls, where young girls claim to be able to go without eating for months. And here we were just thinking about ordering cheeseburgers for dinner. Instead of concentrating on a specific case, Donohue created a narrative that included all the themes she wanted to examine about the historical phenomenon: the conflict between faith and reason, religion and science, and our relationship to our bodies. There have been numerous examples described and reported, with the most well-known one involving a little Welsh girl named Sarah Jacob, who died from hunger in 1869. Young girls were guarded by nurses and doctors to make sure they weren't eating, which ultimately ended in many of them dying. This was the genuine phenomena of the fasting girls, as in Sarah Jacob's case. Even across the Atlantic, there have been countless reports of fasting girls, but Jacob's tale is the most well-known. Some actual tales of the fasting girls are weird to say the least. Even though the fasting phenomenon was uncommon, numerous ladies from Europe and America demonstrated it. Some of them rose to fame, receiving presents and cash from fans. Despite the fact that many of the ladies fasted for religious reasons, there appears to have been a connection to anorexia, which wasn't recognized as a disorder until the 1870s. In the movie, the fasting girl, Anna, has gone without food for 4 months and is observed by nurses and doctors for 2 weeks to check if she has any sort of food or water intake throughout the day, as she was a living, breathing miracle. Next up, how different is the movie from the novel? Many fans were worried about the movie not grasping the true essence shown in the book, like many other book-adapted movies. We didn't want to take any names, but we can't help but think of one instance in a particular movie that confused us all. What was up with Peter Pettigrew's death, man? The irony shown by J.K. Rowling in the book was completely left out of the movie. We don't want something like that to happen to this movie. In an interview with Radio Times, Donohue explained how the movie differed from the book in some areas. She revealed how the landscape of the movie played an important role in explaining the story, which was not particularly highlighted in the book. She further added that Florence's character's story is about a girl whose job is to literally take notes and observe Sarah. She's interested in reading and writing, and has a constant internal monologue, which suited her character in the book, but might have become boring in the movie. We agree, too wordy. In order to elevate the drama, the movie does make a few more changes here and there. For example, Lib's romance with Will Byrne, Tom Burke, a journalist who is teased throughout the entire book, is intensified in the movie. Who doesn't love a good love story? Another change from the book is the cinematic framing mechanism used in The Wonder, which reveals the artifice of the movie and raises significant questions about storytelling. Don't go anywhere, because now we'll be answering the most asked question about the movie. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on in the ending? And now, how did the story progress? In the movie, Anna doesn't seem to be eating, but she seems incredibly healthy. She has a fair complexion, good hair, and healthy teeth, all from just eating air. People from all around the world are coming to visit the miracle girl, who hasn't had a single grain of food in months. Something has got to be fishy, right? This, according to her family, is a result of eating manna from heaven rather than regular meals. This makes Lib, Florence Pugh, doubtful, and she proceeds to investigate the mystery behind Anna's illness, growing closer in the process to William Byrne, a local reporter for the Daily Telegraph. The Wonder's conclusion is closely related to this enigmatic spirituality that runs throughout the movie. Now, let's turn the attention towards the star of the movie, Lib. Lib accepts a nursing position vacation in Ireland, where she spends her time monitoring the young Anna while staying at the neighborhood liquor store/inn. Anna and the rest of her family practice religion, and Lib later finds out that Anna has a deep dread that her brother, who passed away 9 months before, is in hell. As she is making her observations, Lib hears Anna uttering prayers that she had been told will aid in releasing her brother's soul from the fiery pits of hell. Additionally, she discovers that communion was Anna's last meal, which heightens the fervor of religion in the area. In the meantime, William, Tom Burke, an Irish journalist, stays at the inn and develops a rocky bond with Lib in the hopes that Lib can help him secure a meeting with Anna. Lib refuses, and Anna eventually starts to fade away because she's cut off from everyone else except for her and the nun who helps her with her observational responsibilities. In a final act of desperation, Lib decides to push a feeding tube down Anna's throat, but decides against it. She implores Anna to eat, but Anna smiles and declines. After that, Lib finally gives William permission to meet Anna, and he publishes an article about her in the Telegraph. As Lib and William's connection deepens, she tells William that she's not a widow, as she pretends, but that her husband actually left her when their child passed away. Being the gentleman that he is, he doesn't show any signs of judgment, and the two develop a physical connection as well. Lastly, let's talk about the plot and the ending of the movie. Towards the end, Anna and Lib become closer, and Lib realizes how she's been surviving. Her mother has been kissing her goodnight and good morning while feeding her chewed up food, much like a mother bird does for her babies. When confronted with this, Anna's mother refuses to confess. It's too late, as Anna now refuses even these kisses. Then Anna spills the horrible truth she's been keeping to herself. Her brother, whose death keeps her up at night, had abused her for years before he passed away. She believes she's the only one who can save his soul. Gotta give it to the directors and writers. We did not see that one coming. Lib calls a meeting with everyone, including the clergy conducting the observation, and tells them the truth. However, Anna's parents make no admissions, consent to their daughter's passing, and firmly uphold their religious values. Some parents, the clerics, support them and insist on continuing the experiment even if it means Anna will pass away. Then Lib comes up with a scheme. She feeds Anna milk mixed with the opioids she herself consumes, telling her that while the opioids would kill Anna, she will be resurrected as a new young girl named Nan. By a little hidden lake, Lib leaves her in William's care while she is unconscious. While the rest of the family is at a special church ceremony, Lib burns down their house, even allowing herself to be hurt. Later, she claims to the clergyman looking into the incident that it started because of the lamp she had requested. As she bumped into it, the entire building caught fire, and Anna died in the flames. They release her without filing any charges because they believe her, even docking her wages. She flees to Australia with William and Nan, posing as a family. And in a beautiful ending scene, Anna continuously examines her meal on the ship before finally taking her first bite freely in public after months. The Wonders themes revolve around belief, including belief in our own tales, belief in one another, and belief in a higher power, which is inviting us to watch this movie and believe in it as an audience. So there you have it, folks. What do you think about the movie? And please, don't forget to appreciate Florence Pugh's northern accent. We never knew she could do it so well. Let us know your views about the movie in the comments section below. Have a nice day.